When Zion Williamson launched into the NBA after spending one season at Duke, a lot of people thought this could be a next potential superstar in the making. Hyper athletically gifted, incredibly physical. But unfortunately for him, it hasn't exactly gone smooth during his career in the NBA. And that's just talking about on the floor, not what happens off the court. On the floor, we know he's had multiple injuries. He's struggled to stay healthy. He's struggled to take care of his body. His weight continuously fluctuates, has a hard time keeping weight off, which makes those injuries that much worse for him to recover for. And quite frankly, at some points, it doesn't seem like he really cares about playing for the New Orleans Pelicans. Off the floor is another story altogether. Just a few years ago, he was involved in a kind of a crazy cheating scandal with a porn star and his baby mama and like all these other things that went down. This, however, is definitely a headline. However bad things have been for Zion Williamson, this is not a headline that you want to see. Zion Williamson sued, allegedly raped, kidnapped, and terrorized his ex-girlfriend. Now, before we even get into this, a couple things that I want to say. One, we see so many of these damn things. And they're not police reports. They're not, I went to the police for this. It's a couple years later, I'm suing for a ton of millions of dollars. I had this long relationship with this person who abused me all this time, but I stayed with them, but now I'm deciding to sue. It's always weird and it always makes you really skeptical. Also, I want to point out that Zion Williamson has already put out a statement vehemently denying these allegations and saying that he'll launch a defamation suit in response to it. But with that being said, we've certainly seen athletes do some really shitty things before. We've seen women and girlfriends of these athletes do really shitty things before. Let's go over this story. A woman claiming to be one of Zion Williamson's exes has filed a lawsuit against the NBA star, alleging he raped, kidnapped, and terrorized her on multiple occasions throughout their years-long relationship. The explosive suit, which has been obtained by TMZ Sports, was filed in Los Angeles on Thursday by a Jane Doe who says she began dating Williamson in 2018 while he was playing for Duke's men's basketball team. The woman alleges in 2020, over a year after Williamson left the Blue Devils to join the New Orleans Pelicans, the basketball player raped and assaulted her in Southern California. According to the suit, the violent incident took place on September 23rd, 2020, after the woman had gone to Williamson's Beverly Hills home. The accuser said she told Williamson she was tired and wanted to go to sleep, but he called her stuck up and a bitch and told her she couldn't go to sleep without having sex. Williamson then allegedly pinned her down on the bed and assaulted her. Afterward, the lawsuit states Williamson took her phone, threw it, then choked and screamed at her for talking too much. The woman alleges Williamson emitted an odor of alcohol throughout the encounter. Days later, so this is a couple weeks later, the accuser alleges Williamson raped her again after he got angry. She wanted to leave him to visit friends in San Diego. Williamson took her phone and laptop following the assault, preventing her from getting medical care. These two incidents are not isolated. Williamson continued to abuse, rape, assault, and batter plaintiff in California and other states, including Louisiana and Texas, till the relationship ended in 2023. So let's just take it for that, okay, what we have so far. All this stuff happens in 2020. I do not understand why you stay with this person for 3 more years if these things happen. Other than you like the lifestyle, you like the money, you like whatever. I don't know, right? And then it all ends bitter, and then you want to come back with this later. This makes, I'm not a woman, right? I don't get this shit. I would never understand why someone would stay with someone if they had done those things. So that immediately is questionable to me. Now, I don't think Zion's a good dude. I think Zion's a piece of shit. But that doesn't mean that I think he would do something like this, right? I'm just saying, who knows what could have happened. The lawsuit states Williamson strangled the woman with such force she reasonably feared for her life and eventually lost consciousness multiple times between 2020 and 2023. And claims Williamson threatened to have his security guard shoot her in the head multiple times and threatened to have the security kill her parents as well. So this is not simple he raped. This is a crazy fucking lawsuit. Now, Zion Williamson, to his defense, is denying this entire thing. This is Zion's attorney statement through here. We take these allegations with the utmost seriousness and we unequivocally deny them. The allegations contained in the complaint are categorically false and reckless. This appears to be an attempt to exploit a professional athlete driven by financial motive rather than any legitimate grievance. Mr. Williamson, the plaintiff, never dated, but did maintain a consensual, casual relationship. So they were fucking for 6 years, but they weren't in a relationship. Okay, when he was 18, that relationship ended years ago. At no point During or immediately after the plaintiff raised any concerns, only after the friendship ended did she begin demanding millions and millions of dollars. Mr. Williamson reported the plaintiff's extortion attempts to law enforcement. We understand an arrest warrant was issued in connection with that report, and we're prepared to provide the court with documentation that supports these facts. Mr. Williamson also intends to file counterclaims and seek significant damages for this defamatory lawsuit. So he's completely denying it. I tend to be very doubtful of this thing, right? All these terrible things happen to you, yet you don't say or do anything for years and years. You date him for years and years and years. That doesn't compute in my mind. That doesn't make sense. We've seen crazier shit happen, but that doesn't make sense in my mind. I will say one thing that Zion Williamson and all young athletes should take out of this is be a little smarter about what you're fucking doing and who you're fucking and who you're with. You know what I mean? Like, how often do we see this? People that have a bunch of baby mamas, people that are constantly in relationship drama, people that have a porn star posting that they were cheating on him while celebrating the baby mama's pregnancy, and all these other things. Focus on your body, bro. Focus on staying on the floor. Focus on staying healthy, and focus on being the best basketball player you can be. And maybe you won't find yourself in so many of these retarded situations. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.